Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jay and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, Darkness Falls Alpha 19. It has been a couple of days since our somewhat successful Horde night. I hope you enjoyed that Horde video. It was a lot of fun putting that together. And even just watching the footage back, I really enjoyed it. But as you can tell, we have passed a few days since then, so why don't I catch you up on what's been going on. Okay, so after the Day 7 Horde, we learnt a lot, and I want to be extra prepared for the Day 14 Horde, so I decided to head to the mines that is opposite to where we've been staying at the working stiffs and try and gather as much iron as I can so I can replace all the wooden bars with iron bars. We then took the iron that we have back to the forge at Jen's place. We were able to craft 34 bars, which isn't too bad. That will do pretty much two sides of the base. And I thought that too wide gap between my platform and the walls of the base, we might dig down to make it 3 deep, and I might even make it 3 wide. Not too sure on that as of yet. As I was digging though, I accidentally collapsed the whole platform, so it looks like I've got the option to make it 3 wide now, if I want to. Following on from my failure of digging holes, I thought we may as well go and open the trade route, so I headed out to see Trader Hugh. We didn't stick around here too long though. I had a look around his base, gathered all the supplies that he had. Didn't have anything particularly exciting, but we did go ahead and talk to him, which completed the quest. And then once that was done, all it was left to do while you're here is go and try and pick his safe. We want to see if he's got anything good in there. After a couple of failed attempts, we did get in, got a couple of sledgehammers and a robotic sledge. Very happy about that. On the way back, I tried to get some food from this farm, got ambushed, panicked a little bit, started pressing all the wrong buttons. I tried to hit this guy with an arrow, really failed. Next time I turned around, there was 2 running at me. I was bleeding, I was panicking. I managed to kill them and quickly apply a bandage. And luckily, that was me staying alive. After all that excitement though, I figured it was time to head back home and start placing the iron bars that we had crafted in Jen's forge. We're off to a very good start for the Day 14 Horde. I think they're going to struggle getting into this one. Anyway, that pretty much summed up the 2 days. So there you have it. That's pretty much what we've been doing the last couple of days. I have been taking what I've learned from the one Horde night that we've done to see if we can better prepare ourselves for the next one. And I'm genuinely looking forward to the next one. I feel it's going to be a lot harder. This one was really tough. Even just going back and watching the footage and kind of editing down stuff like that and putting it together. Even then I felt tense when I was watching it. I already knew what was going to happen because I'd already lived it. But I do hope you have enjoyed the Horde night video. As I'm recording this one, that video has only just gone up, so I haven't actually seen any comments or anything as of yet. But one thing I have noticed in the comments has been some very, very helpful tips from people, and I really, really do appreciate those. I am actually putting into play one of those tips today, and we are actually going to be looking to expanding our knowledge. That's a sentence. I need to expand my knowledge so I can speak better. We are going to head to where I believe is a bookstore. Now, I haven't played Navigating for a while, but I'm fairly certain there's a bookstore around this area. And I'm going to be seeing if I can learn some new skills. But one of the comments that I did receive mentioned that if there is any books that we've already read, then we can scrap those down so that we can then make another skill book. And also, I need to start keeping hold of dyes and things, and I believe in particular the black dye, because I believe you use that for ink. So I'm hoping at some point we can make our next skill book. I thought I had everything to make a watch. Turns out I got it completely wrong. I've made the metal bench. I'll show you that when we get back home. But I haven't got the ability to make the watch yet because I think I chose the wrong perk. So, lots of stuff still to learn. I'm grabbing a bit of meat as I go because we are desperately needing some food. And another tip that I got from the comments as well was to make a clay bowl so that if we do come across any tins of stuff, we can cook them in the fire pit and then not have to worry about food poisoning. That is a fantastic tip. So, let me just beat up a few of these burned fellas as I go because, to be honest, it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, let's head on to the bookstore. 3 drops in a row. Are you serious? That's got to be some sort of record. Very, very happy with that. Right. Hopefully there is a bookstore down here. Oh boy. Are you like a real bear or are you like a... You're a zombie bear. Okay, that could be a problem. Let's just run. I'll meet you at the bookstore. Okay, this place was a little further away than I remember it. We've actually came quite a distance from where the trader is, which is all the way back there. However, hopefully it'll be worth the trip. It's not the biggest bookstore around, but I'm hoping it is going to be definitely beneficial us coming here. Let's see who's kicking around first. As always, let's put the light on so it makes life a little bit easier for us. Anyone down here on the bottom level? Maybe someone in one of those, maybe? Maybe they're outside. I don't want anyone sneaking up on us. So let's see if we can take care of some of the problems before they become bigger problems. Hello, sir. I think you're dead now, right? Yeah, he's good. And then we've got this buddy over here. Come here, mate. There you are. That's one for you. Hopefully the bird doesn't come inside. So, let's see what we can get here. Even if it's stuff that I could do with learning, I'm only going to learn it if I feel like it's something I'm actually going to use. I hope that sentence made sense. Basically, stuff like iron armor schematics and leather armor schematics, I'm probably never going to make any of those. So it's probably better off that I scrap the book and get the knowledge from it, right? If I'm not going to use it. Because I'm leveling up plenty with other ways of playing the game instead of just using it for leveling up. So I hope that sentence made sense. It's very warm here in the UK today, so if it didn't, then hopefully you knew kind of what I meant. But yeah, we are not kind of used to this heat here in the UK. And obviously with the lights and the PC and everything on, it doesn't exactly help with that. But I suppose other people have plenty more things more important to complain about. Is this still the same place? Is this... I feel like this is still the same place. Let's check the workbench. We have been looting a few cars and things along the way, so we've picked up a couple of decent things. And obviously anything else we get is a bonus. Let's take care of... Is this still part of it? Yeah, I feel like it is. Come here, dude. I don't want anyone sneaking in on me when I'm looting a building, so it's easier to just take care of them now. Is there anything up the top there? Not there, but maybe on the roof? Can't see any birds, which is always a bonus. And it doesn't look like I can get up that way. Okay, right. Back around we go then. There was a staircase to the right, obviously, where we fought that zombie. There's a pig there that I should probably take down because we are still looking for food. Also, I've been gathering plenty of stuff so we can look into making a mini bike soon. I'm just going to skip the bicycle altogether and use the mini bike instead. It just seems to make a bit more sense because I'm not going to ever use the bicycle really. But let's go and see what else is in this place. I'm not sure if there is a whole bunch more in terms of books. Maybe we've got everything. But you would imagine that there should be some decent big loot here somewhere, right? Let's just keep looking. Bullets are going to come in handy. We desperately need bullets for the next Horde night. Also, with the base itself, you may have seen from the clip there that I was doing a bit of work on just kind of improving it. And I completely forgot. There used to be a thing you could do in earlier versions of the game, where if it was just one block, you could crouch underneath it. And I completely forgot that that was a thing. So when I went to dig a hole under the base where the platform was to try and make it a bit more secure, and the whole thing collapsed on me, part of me thought I had some sort of dev mode on or something, because I started what I thought was clipping through a block. So that freaked me out a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to learn what other stuff is back in the game from previous alphas and things like that. Okay, there's one book up here, one box rather. I want to know if this trip was worth the time. It's took a little while to get here. Oh, I see you there, buddy. You stay up there and then we won't have a problem. Switch back to this just in case. 3 paper, are you kidding me? Have I come all this way for 3 paper? Oh boy, Jesus, that was that was way too close. He scared the crap out of me. And he just kept on flying. Come on, bud. Let's have a go at this. Come back. I don't take my eyes off him for too long now. I feel like he's just going to come back at me. Do you know what? Let's go back inside. Don't have to worry about him. Let's check these recipe books here. So, for... Where have they gone? This one. If I scrap that, I get three sheets. Okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to scrap them all because I don't really want to make any of that stuff. I'm curious as to how much you need to make another skill book. Where are we? Is it called a skill book? Forget what the book's called. I'll just type in book. Will that help? Class. That's it. Blank class paper. So blank... Where are we? So pressing all the wrong buttons. Blank class paper. 240. Okay, yeah. We're going to need a lot. So we've got a lot more books. Unless I do it in the workbench and then I can get 100. Okay, all stuff that is worth learning. All stuff that is... oh, God, that was a good shot. we're making a good start on, because I do ideally want to have a watch at some point. It would be nice to know what the time is without guessing or heading back to the trader. I also got another cool tip that said you can see the time in the vending machines, which is awesome. So that's good to know as well. If I can't get to a trader and there's a vending machine nearby, maybe I can find out from there. But anyway, this is as far as I wanted to come in this direction. I've got a long way to head back, and do you know what? Why not fight this pig while I'm at it and get a bit more meat? Right, I'll meet you back at base. Okay, so on the way back home, this is back at the base, by the way. I turn around, and it almost as if it was getting delivered directly to my house, there is a airdrop right there. So we're going to head out and get that in a moment. But I just thought I'd give you a quick update of where things are at the base. So we got our own workbench outside. You may have seen that in previous videos. It's hard to tell what you have and haven't seen, to be honest, because like I said, a few of these I do record back to back. I got this workbench because I thought I could make myself a watch so that I could see the time. It turns out I needed the survivalist perk, and that's the one that I thought I got, but I must have read it wrong and got the wrong one. And I also made myself a forge here so that I can go ahead and start making some iron bars and stuff during the night. This isn't the most ideal base, and it's not our permanent residence. It's just somewhere we're using to kind of get through the first couple of hordes. I do plan on kind of building my own permanent base eventually. It's just I feel like there's going to be a lot of resources I need to gather before we actually go around to doing that. Also, after the next horde, depending on how we get on, I might increase the difficulty of the game. I know it's a very difficult mod, but I've been playing this game for quite a while now, so maybe I should look to increase that as well. Let's see what we get from this airdrop. Ooh, okay. So this is what I mean by the airdrops. I was expecting sort of, and maybe this is just because I played the base version of the game so often, I was expecting the antibiotics, maybe a bit of food. You get some really random stuff. So switches, iron pickaxe, a level 44 robotic sledge is not a bad thing to have. Iron axe, the rebars, electronical parts, and 31 9mm. Again, not too bad, and we've actually been collecting a few of those. So, we have a job that we need to do for the trader at some point, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head inside, I'm going to get myself some food and things ready to go, and then we're going to head out on another adventure and see if we can find a bit more ammunition. Remember this place? It was back in episode number 2 that I left at the end of the episode. I was building a platform in the middle of the lake, and when I was watching back the footage, I realised I hadn't actually mentioned it in episode 3 because it had been a few days since I recorded, so I made a point of writing it in the description of the 3rd episode that during the night, I had the base set up just on one pillar. There's a bunch of zombies swam in rather, and destroyed the thing and pulled it down straight away. So I had to flee for my life back to the roof of the working stiff. Now, I do want to revisit this base idea at some point, and I'm thinking maybe for the day 21 horde. We are going to need much, much better materials and a much better plan. But I have got an idea, and I do believe that for the day 21 horde, we could maybe look to take on the zombies in the middle of the lake. It's probably going to be the one that gets us killed. That's if we even survive the day 14 horde. We've got that to deal with yet, but I'm a little more confident about that one with the ideas that I've got in place and with what we learned from the previous horde. But that is going to be for another day. I've decided once I got back to the base and I was thinking I want to go out and try and get some ammunition, why not go and do the job for Jen? Originally I wasn't going to plan on doing it, but then I thought, well, sometimes you do get decent rewards from Jen and sometimes those rewards are ammunition, so why not try and do a whole 2 birds 1 stone type situation and head over to where there seems to be a fair few zombies kicking around. Where are you lot going? Do you know what? Doesn't matter. I'll talk to them later. So yeah, I'm hoping we get some ammunition as a reward from this. And then maybe we can start unlocking some harder level trades. We did obviously unlock the path that took us to Trader Hugh. I haven't took any jobs from him because he's a bit out of the way. I just wanted to unlock him and see if he had anything worth buying. But I'm going to head on over to this particular job now. And then I guess I will meet you when I get there. I'm just going to take out a few zombies along the way just to make sure my bat still works. Got to test these things out every now and again, you know. Come here, buddy. Yeah, seems to work fine. Okay, we have arrived at the house, and this is the welcoming party, I guess. Hello. I've come to make sure that there's no zombies around this house, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you guys to leave. But on the way over, I've been just kind of taking out a few zombies and things. That is a good find. And killing a few animals. And honestly, I was initially concerned about how much food I could get once I started this map, because I was a little worried that I wasn't able to find it relatively quickly. And before long, that worry's pretty much gone now. I feel like I've got so much food at this point that it's not that big of a deal anymore. So I can start focusing on other things. So I also was looking into doing a bit more mining. We used the base across the road from where we've been living just to gather some supplies and stuff like that. And I was planning on going down the auger route. But again, I was reliably informed in the comments that that is not a good idea, purely because of just how quickly the screamers and stuff show up in this particular mod. And we've seen how many zombies there are already. I'm not sure me being in an underground system surrounded by zombies is a smart idea. So maybe we will just stick to tools. Gonna work my way through this place and loot it as we go. I'll bring you back when we get to the good stuff. Do you not mind? I'm trying to loot in here. You've been very noisy. Good grief. Okay, so I've started making my way through this house, and I feel like we've looted this house before, so I didn't want to include too much of it. But then there was some noisy little zombies outside that just would not let me get on with my day, so I figured I'd best go out and take care of them. So far, nothing amazing in terms of loot, but obviously we're not at the main area for loot as of yet. So I'm just going to keep going through, and I'll bring you back when we get to the good stuff. Okay, job done inside the house. I'm on my way back, and I just thought I'd show you what we got in terms of supplies. We managed to get some gold nuggets, silver nuggets, a decent bit of ammo, and yeah, we're getting plenty of shotgun ammo, but I haven't got a shotgun yet, so maybe we can look if we can get one of those pretty soon. But what I'm planning on doing now is I'm going to head back to Jen. We do know it's on the afternoon, of course, because we've already had our airdrop for the day, and that always comes around lunchtime. So I'm going to get rid of a bunch of things. I'm going to see how many more bars I need to make in terms of iron for around the base. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the day I've got up until night time in that little mine area across the road from where we are staying at the working stiff. Just see if I can gather some materials. Obviously, I don't want to spend the night in there because I'm not crazy. But I will bring you back on day 11 when hopefully the base is pretty much ready to go.
Now that you have some money to spend, we're running a 10% off sale for the rest of the day.
Wasn't going to put this part in because I was just going to skip straight to day 11. But she's given us a crossbow. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. Right, now I'm going to go mining. Now I'll see you on day 11. Okay, so it is a new day, not only in the game, it's a new day in real life too. It was far too warm in this room yesterday to continue recording, so I took a break, and then I came back and sort of picked it up the next day. So I spent the last remaining time I had before 10 o'clock last night just mining down in that little hole thing we found opposite where we've been living, and then I've spent most of the morning of day 11, it's around about 3 p.m. At the moment, making sure that the base is pretty much ready to go. We need to fill it with spikes, but we've completed all the iron bars and things that are around it. The platform, now that we've got a 3 wide gap and 3 deep gap inside, is actually only 3 by 3 itself. So I figured, I've mentioned this a few times now, I think it's worth mentioning again. Every Horde base I make is done in a way that I have a feeling it might fail. And that's because as fun as all these bases are that you know you can just kind of follow the zombies' path and all that kind of stuff and essentially sit back and let the base do the work for you. And I do genuinely love those bases. I've watched a lot of really talented people make those bases. I love having an element of danger to mine. So the idea is simple. All these bars are made out of iron. We know from the last Horde that the wooden bars didn't last very long. I can't imagine, unless we get something ridiculous, that those iron bars are going to break, or at least not in the amount that they broke of the wooden ones. We had an issue where this platform had a 2 wide gap, so the zombies were able to get over, and it was only 2 deep. So now it's 3 deep and 3 wide. In theory, this base is a lot better than the other one was. We're still going to have problems with birds, which no doubt is going to get worse, and I'm not going to put a roof on this place, because that's part 1 of me adding an element of a sort of danger to the base, and the fact that it's only a smaller platform now. There's a very good chance, and it's going to be a really, really good chance actually, that I fall off into this thing and end up killing myself. So, as a base, the idea of it there is solid, and there is some good ideas here, I think, that would be a great base. But with the added element of me being dumb, could really mess this whole thing up. Can I even still make that ladder? Just about. Okay, right. we can still escape if necessary. Also, I think I mentioned it earlier. Again, I'm recording sort of a day later after the first part of the video, that I'm thinking for day 21 we're going to revisit the base in the water. So I've had a few ideas to kind of get that started. So maybe we'll start doing a bit of that over the next couple of days. But as you can see, I did manage to grab us a job from Trader Jen. And I figured what better way to wrap up today's episode than to go and try and do a bit of looting, hopefully get a bit more ammo, and get everything ready to go for the Horde. So I will head over to the base now. So I keep calling it the base. This heat, honestly, I feel like if you're from the UK, I feel like you'll understand. Like, we're not used to heat in general. I will stand by the statement that 30 degrees here is hotter than 30 degrees anywhere in the world. I don't understand why, but it makes you say some dumb stuff sometimes, and occasionally you get your words mixed up, like I just have there. So I will see you at the job, and then once that's done, maybe then we can go back to the base and lay the spikes. Either way, I'm going to run this way for a little while. See you when I get there. Okay, this place was quite a bit further away than I intended to go today. However, I've been mentioning a few times as well, I am working towards getting a mini bike. I actually need some acid so that I can get some tyres and stuff. And I did come across, I think it was either a perk or something when I leveled up that gives you a higher chance of finding acid, I think. So I've been trying to take apart a few cars on the way. So far, no joy with any acid. But anyway, this is the place that we are going to be looting for this particular job. And we also have to clear the area. And I can hear a dog, which immediately terrifies me. Was it a dog? Oh, no, it was a snake. Snake, not as terrifying. Still, rather not fight them. Let's head on inside. Snakes just remind me of that. I think I've mentioned a few times I do stream this game occasionally, and we use a mod called the Mischief mod, which allows viewers to kind of spawn in enemies and things like that. And quite a popular one amongst my viewers are these snakes, and I think it's because people know that I'm not really paying too much attention to the ground. So when they do spawn one, 9 times out of 10, they do a good bit of damage. So I've kind of just become accustomed to having to deal with them ever since playing that. And we do occasionally, like I say, still play it on stream. I think I mentioned the stream in every video I've done, but occasionally it's always good to just plug that stuff. I do like streaming twice a week over on Twitch. And is that a solvent? I've heard they're quite valuable. And the link is going to be probably popping up on screen right now and in the description there. I stream kind of a variety of games. At the moment, we're playing Resident Evil Village for the first time. So if you do want to pop along, please feel free to do so. We'd love to have you over there. Right. Let's keep mooching around this place. There's a lot of stuff that I would like to take, but I feel like I'm probably pushing it a bit with the time of day as it is. Oh boy. Hate those fellas. Why are they so loud? Right. Let's keep looking. Okay, zombies have been taken care of, apart from the few that are outside the house. Not going to worry about those right now. I'm assuming there is... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm assuming there was some good loot here somewhere. And it is over in this direction. Hopefully, it's been worth getting, because it took me a minute to figure out how to get up here. There was a door down there that was locked. I had to kind of break through, and then I got to a hatch. It was a whole thing, so that's why I kind of cut it out. Because, yeah, it was a little bit too long, to be honest. So, right, let's see what we're working with here. 18 bullets. Okay, we've been picking up a decent bit of ammo along the way. So it's not been too bad. What's in the chest? Again, not too bad. Some more bolts and bullets. Things we can sell. A weighted headbond might go well on our bat. I'm assuming we can add more than one thing. I have got an iron axe. I obviously picked up a steel pickaxe, which has been helpful. I have got an iron axe back at home. I just need to repair it, and I just had this wooden one on me, so I thought, why not use that? Okay, again, these rebar frames are going to come in handy for when we do get around to making our base in the water. So overall, I'm happy enough with what we've got from this. Now I just need to make my way back home and hopefully get there relatively quickly, because it is getting late. Hello, sir. Did you just climb up a ladder to get to me, did you? Well, I hope it was worth the climb. Right, I've got to get back there now. Hopefully avoid a whole bunch of zombies. So I will see you back at base. And I mean base this time. Okay, we've made it back to base. I feel like it's getting really late now, so I didn't want to stay out too long. We still need to, at some point, go and actually take the stuff that we've just got from the job there to Jen and get our reward and things. But I want to actually head back home. As you can see, I filled in the floor there just because I had some time to kill while I was waiting for the forge to craft some bars. And this is where we're going to end the episode. So, bit of a all over the place episode today. We start off by going to try and get some books, learn some new skills. We've put some of the things we've learned from the comments into action, and I've started thinking a bit more for what the base is going to be like. All I need to do for that now is essentially lay the spikes and we are good to go. So maybe the next episode is probably just going to be Horde Night. I feel like there are certain times in this game where you've got to do a lot of grinding, and I'm very conscious that I don't want you to have to watch all the grinding. So I try to just keep in the stuff that I find entertaining, that I would enjoy watching. So yeah, hopefully I am doing that. As always, feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, all that kind of stuff in the comment section down below. If you've not liked the video, please do consider doing that. It genuinely does help, and I'm hoping to try and push this series out to as many people as possible so I can get more feedback and essentially become a better creator, really. And obviously, if you're not subscribed, consider doing that too. We're working on our way to 100 subs, and yeah, I would like to get there as soon as we can, really. So yeah, big thanks for anyone who's always watching the videos. Hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.